Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today going to be working on the Ranger 900. I have installed a Grant steering wheel. So we're doing a steering wheel upgrade. And this I've seen this job go both ways. I've seen it go easy and I've seen it go so difficult that I've actually broken the OEM steering wheel that was on it. So the hardest part, I guess, of this job is getting the old steering wheel off. Now on this Ranger, I was able to use a puller to actually pull the steering wheel off, because I think they might use from the factory a little bit of Loctite on the splines of the steering wheel there. So I think they might use a little bit of a Loctite or some sort of a locking compound on there. Okay, so when using a puller like this for this job, you usually only get a few tries at it, and then the plastic that you're trying to grab a hold of doesn't work anymore because you usually wreck it. There are a few marks. You can see the mark here for the top one, and there's a mark where the bottom one's at. And you can usually, like I said, you get maybe a couple tries. So you really got to make your first try count if you're going to use a puller like this. They really don't have any thing to grab a hold of. I have seen people like drill holes through these and then use like a regular steering wheel puller, and I suppose that could be like a last resort to get it off. But anyway, there's the original steering wheel. Now these are 15 inches in diameter. Has the little star centerpiece. You pop this off because this just snaps on. That's the way it's been since the beginning of the Rangers. Snap that off. There's a big nut in there. I think it's like 24 millimeters what I used. And then I was a little hesitant on this this 900 because I remember when the power steering first come out. I believe that was in the 700 when they redid the body, the design, and a few people changed their steering wheels out and they actually ruined their power steering because I guess, I don't know, just messing with it. I don't know if they used hammers or what, but the force of hitting the shock going through the power steering unit box in there wrecked them. So I was really kind of hesitant to mess with the steering on this Ranger. But I think they've got that worked out, and I would not recommend using a hammer to beat it off because I really don't think that's gonna work. You don't really have enough room in here to swing a hammer, and I have done that with these older Rangers, but it seems like you have more room in these older Rangers to swing a hammer. And these ones don't have power steering. Now this one has power steering because I added it, but these don't have power steering, so there's really nothing you have to really worry about when changing the steering wheel out on these, except for, again, it's difficult to get the steering wheel off. Now this, I got a different type of steering wheel. This steering wheel was supposed to go in the 900, but when I took it all apart, I had the steering wheel. I figured I would stick this one on, and this one's got this one has the Grant adapter kit on it. I wasn't too happy about that. When I did it, I used a different adapter on this one. Seems like I'm a little happier with this one, but not much. seems like the adapter kits are pretty cheap. But once you get this adapter on, which is just this piece right here. So here's a look at the adapter only on the steering shaft. It's just a piece of aluminum and it slides over the shaft just like the original steering wheel would. It's got the right splines in it for the Ranger. You got a big nut here. The older Rangers, torque spec is 25 to 30 foot-pounds. I'm not exactly sure if that's the same with this 900. I usually just snug mine down with a bigger 1/2-inch wrench. It is a nylon lock nut nut there, so. And then your steering wheel will bolt to the 5-bolt pattern here. They actually do have other ones. They have a 6-bolt pattern for different steering wheels, but this will work with, I believe, most of the Grants. The good thing about it is once you get that on and you got your wheels centered, you've got 5 bolts here that you can take off easily, and you can swap out just about any steering wheel that has this 5-bolt pattern. So that's kind of nice. Once you get that adapter on, you can swap out steering wheels. This one, I wanted a little different one than the other one. This one is a little cheaper than the other one, and it is 14.5 inches in diameter. I haven't driven it, so I don't know if that's gonna feel different versus the 15-inch diameter one. It's hard to find a 15-inch diameter aftermarket steering wheel because it seems like they are all they want a smaller steering wheel for some reason. But you can see, I mean, it's really not that much difference. I mean, you almost have to measure these to see that the 1/2 inch isn't there. So I'm hoping that is going to not be an issue. But like I said, it's really hard to find a 15-inch. That one in there is a 15-inch diameter one. This one here, like I said, it's 14.5, but it actually has a smaller grip. So here's the steering wheel. This thing actually comes all together. It's not took apart like this, but since I got a different adapter, I don't need this bottom piece. This would normally bolt to a Grant adapter kit, the 3 bolts there. But since I got this other adapter, I don't need this piece, so I unbolted it. I am going to need the horn button piece. That's going to bolt to the adapter that I have, the aluminum adapter. It goes right over here like that. And this grip was supposed to be foam or whatever, so I thought it was going to be a rubber. I thought it was going to be a little more softer, but it's pretty stiff. I will link the steering wheel. I'll link all my steering wheels. I'll link the steering wheel that I got in that one. I'll link the steering wheel I got in this one. I'll link the kits. This one is not a Grant kit. It's a Chinese, somewhere from California, but it took a while to get it too. I wasn't real happy with that, but anyway, yeah, it's I know it looks a whole lot better than the Ranger one. And there's another steering wheel I'm looking at. I might pick that up. And like I said, it'll be an easy swap. Just unbolt it, bolt a new one on, as long as you get that 5-bolt pattern. So this actually came with the steering wheel that I just bought. And it works with Grant's adapter kit. You got 3 bolts here, and it bolts to Grant's adapter kit that you would normally buy, like I did on the 6x6. Then you got the 5 bolts right here that the steering wheel bolts to. But with the kit that I got here, it's all one piece, which is it's kind of nicer that it's not just one piece and you ain't got to have so many adapters. The steering wheel might have come out further with this on there, but I mean, I guess either way you go, it is what it is. But I really didn't see much advantage going with this adapter kit versus the other one, except for I got it a lot faster. And this one might, like I say, might push the steering wheel out a little bit, which I don't think is really going to mess with anything. It isn't going to probably be out that much further. So a tip with these very small holes that are in aluminum, be very, very careful. If you go hulk on tightening them down, you will probably strip them out. I like to, when I pull the bolts out, I like to blow these out so to make sure there's no little aluminum shavings or anything in there that can wreck the threads. I've dealt with these small aluminum threads on, I had some beadlock aluminum wheels, and these are basically the same thing, and you just really got to be careful. You got to start, make sure the bolt is going in straight in the threads, so you don't cross thread, because you can cross thread this aluminum really quick. So I'm going to take this thing for a spin. We'll see how it feels compared to the other Grant steering wheel that I have. See if the diameter, that 1/2 inch, if I can feel that or not. So the only way I'm going to know is if I take it out, do some turning and stuff like that. So I'm going to take this thing out, and we'll see how she feels. Okay, so riding around with the new steering wheel, I really like it. Like I said, I think it's a really good upgrade versus the factory one. Now, comparing this one to my other steering wheel, really isn't that much of a difference, I don't think. I mean, the grip on this one is a lot smaller, maybe harder. So this one might be better off if you're going to do a lot of actual work with your Ranger. Probably going to be easier to clean this harder rubber surface than the other one. But yeah, I don't really have a preference. I guess I like them both. So and the turning, I tried to do like a bunch of turning and everything, and the 15-inch, 14.5, can't say I noticed any difference in that. So I guess, guys, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helps some people out. A few tips. I'll see you guys.